What's up, 88ers? Welcome back. Today we're doing shoulders. I'm going to show you the top 5 absolute best exercise for shoulders, and I'll tell you why, and I'm going to give you one bonus at the end, so make sure you stay tuned. Stay for the bonus. All right. Exercises for shoulders, right? All right, so my criteria is the exercises that can create the most trauma, the most damage to your muscles. They can put the most load on your muscles. They create the most damage, create the most trauma, create the most muscles, right? All right, so number 1, barbell overhead press. Number 1, big exercise. You can load up the weight, big compound, barbell overhead press, like so. This puts the most load on your shoulders because you can load up the weight and really overload them with the weight. You can do these seated or standing. If you're worried about max poundage, I would do it seating so you have support. When you're standing like this, your core obviously is involved as you're stabilizing the weight as you're pressing it. Right? Right. Alright. Number 1. Best exercise for shoulders. Start with barbell overhead press. Load up the weight. Create the damage on the shoulders. Exercise 2 on your best shoulder exercises. We're going to do barbell upright rows. Again, big compound movement. Load up the weights. Put the load on the muscle. Create the damage, create the trauma. When it heals bigger, it grows. So, do your damage in the gym, and then rest, let it recover, right? Barbell upright rows, just bring it up, about your neck, and then back down. When you come up, squeeze your delts right there before you come back down. And of course, keep them engaged as you're doing the negative. Right, squeeze, and then keep them engaged as you do that. This has been getting a bad reputation lately because of shoulder impingement for a lot of people. But I've been doing these for 20 years, no issues whatsoever. I love them, they're one of my favorites. Again, you can load up the weights. In order to get the traps, they're going to be working, but to get them out, you pause and squeeze those delts to make it more of a delt movement right there, and then back down. So make sure you pause and squeeze, otherwise your traps might take over. All right, exercise 2, another big compound movement, barbell upright rows, load up the weight, do the damage. Exercise 3 on the absolute best exercises for shoulders, dumbbell overhead press. If you watch my video, the best way to do an overhead press, it's seated with the dumbbells here. Come down, up, bring them together and squeeze. The advantage of the dumbbells over the barbell, again, it's a big compound movement, load up the weights, but you got more range of motion at the bottom here, and at the top, you can squeeze them together and get that squeeze on your delt. Also, remember, the barbell, you're up in front of your body, so it's more front delt. Dumbbells, more side delt. So, best way to do overhead press, right here, dumbbell seated overhead press. Number 3 on the best exercises for shoulders. Because with the barbell, you can load up more weight and press more weight and create more damage. With the dumbbells, you got to go a little bit lighter, but you can extend at the bottom and squeeze at the top. Just like so. All right. Number 3 exercise, dumbbell overhead press. Right, exercise 4, dumbbell upright rows. Again, big compound movement. You can overload the delts, big heavy weights. Up, pause, get that squeeze, and then back down. Again, the advantage of the dumbbells, you got free range of motion. The barbell, you're stuck. Can't really move your hands in or out. Dumbbells, you can go out wider. You can come in closer. Either way you feel it, you can do it with dumbbells. Just make sure you get that pause at the top, load the delts, not the traps, and then keep them engaged for the negative. Just like that. Really create the trauma with these exercises. Really load up the weight, that's the whole idea of it. And get the trauma on those delts, get them to grow. All right. Last exercise before the bonus on your absolute best exercises for shoulders is going to be dumbbell side raises. If you notice, we did all compound big exercises, big, involving lots of muscles for the first 4. Now we're going to get isolation. And the best is for your side delt, because everybody wants to grow the side delt more than any other head of the delt, right? Big shoulders, smaller waist, right? All right, we've done a couple videos on this. Come up, pause, and when you come down, don't come all the way down. Come down right here. If you come down here, it's dead space. There's no resistance. So keep the resistance on your dumbbell lateral raises, just like so. Hit that side delt. This is the only isolation move we have on the list of best exercises for shoulders. But you definitely want to get some isolation moves in your shoulder workout. Right? Alright, these things are smoke, man. Holy cow. Up, pause, and then back down. Alright, that's the last one before the bonus. Dumbbell side raise. Alright, 88ers, I know you all stuck around for the bonus. We're going to do a barbell push press. This is probably the best one because you're using momentum, so you can even overload your delts a little bit more with heavier weight because you got the momentum, right? It's not on my top 5 list. It's a bonus because if you're a beginner, I wouldn't do it. Master your overhead press before you try push press. You don't need to overload more than just a seated overhead press when you're a beginner. Advanced, intermediate, advanced, now put in the push press, right? Right. So again, big weights, overload the weight. The whole idea of this exercise is to use some momentum so you can go heavier than what you normally can. You probably want a split stance, so you're going to be a little bit wobbly here. You're much more firm, got a better stance here. So you bounce down and then push it overhead. Use your momentum with your legs to explode up, boom, and push that weight. Remember, whatever you're doing for overhead press, you should be doing 10 to 20 pounds more with the push press, with this little bit of momentum you can put into it. All right. All right. There's your bonus. Push press. Just remember, load up that weight when you're doing the push press. That's the whole idea of the exercise. All right, y'all. That is the 5 absolute best exercise for shoulders plus 1 bonus. This is not a shoulder workout. Don't get confused. Remember, you got 3 heads to your delts. You want to work the front, the side, and the rear in your shoulder workout. You want to get an isolation for each. This is just the top 5 exercises for shoulders, for shoulder growth, for hypertrophy, etc., etc. All right, so we started with the barbell overhead press. Then we went to barbell upright row. Then we did the dumbbell overhead press, dumbbell upright rows. Then we did the dumbbell side raises, the only isolation move. And then we finished with the big nasty, the push press, the bonus. Again, load up your weights on all these exercises. That's the whole point of the big compound moves. And blow those shoulders up, right? All right. Thanks for tuning in. For more videos like this, check out our shoulder playlist. Believe me, there's some good stuff on there. Check it out. 88 Fitness, like and subscribe.